Hello and good morning, everyone. Welcome to Almus Market Mornings, your daily dose of financial updates with me, Swaraj. And I'm filling in for Shikhar, of course, who is our market morning host. Of course, for us in India, the major theme being played out is the weakness in rupee, which has been sustaining as of now. While internationally, we are seeing some turbulence in the asset markets due to inflationary pressure. JK, good morning. Please take us through the latest developments affecting the markets.
Good morning. Actually, markets are now sitting on their hands, waiting for the key CPI data from US, which will be released at 6 p.m. IST today. Market estimates indicate the headline inflation number both for year on year and month on month moderating. And this is not exactly discounted by the market, but if it is confirmed that the inflation is moderating, we will see a rally in risk assets, including currencies. All of them are now resting at strong supports on the charts, and the trigger like this can actually lead to some short covering in the market. Of course, if the data does not come as per expectation and inflation stays elevated like last month, you will see the next leg up in the dollar. And overall, the direction for the dollar is definitely not changed, and it is still very much on the upside, except that we are seeing some stalling ahead of key numbers due. Even the stock markets yesterday had a choppy session, going up and down. Ultimately, we did have a slightly better close in the major indices. And once again, people are looking at the data from US as well as the developments in China, where the lockdowns have been tightened in many regions. But at the same time, the new corona cases in China have been dropping. That's one positive news. Also, there's some indications that the supply chain issues, which is a major cause of higher inflation, has been easing somewhat in the last few weeks, and the trend in this needs to be watched very much. Other indication also was that the used car prices, which was a major part of the US CPI, that is also been dropping quite a bit. So we have some sense that we might be seeing the worst of the inflation near term, and whether it will sustain and reverse the trend or it just pause, that is something that we need to wait and see. Of course, so long as the Fed remains hawkish and we have the faster pace of rate hikes that is expected from US, then we will see the yields higher, as well as the stock market under pressure. So Nasdaq Nasdaq as well as other indices in US also continue to be now in a bear market, and that's not reversing very soon. And one more indication on the market is that the uh, Chinese CPI and PPI have also come higher while their growth is slowing. So there is again a case of a stagflationary environment which already Europe is facing. So this is a mixed picture for the global economy, and it's not surprising that the dollar is acting as a safe haven for all the asset classes. On the rupee, of course, we have sustained the big break of 77. No major follow through beyond 77, 40, 50 levels, because again, we are hearing central banks intervention to stall the weakness. And of course, as the dollar index also stalls, there is no incentive for the local players to push the rupee lower. Of course, LIC IPO got much better response than initially thought, and even the the foreign investors' interest went up in the last minute. So that's a slightly improvement in the sentiment, but the local stocks are still trading at, in a deep negative territory. So that will keep the sentiment kind of mixed on the rupee. But definitely, whatever while the underlying trend for the rupee is one of weakness, along with the dollar index uptrend, we will not see any precipitous fall in the rupee, because RBI will ensure that whatever falls are there, it will be in a measured way, and it will not disrupt the market forces. Yeah. So we'll wait for the CPI data from today and Indian CPI tomorrow. So these are the key events that will probably determine the next direction for the rupee.
All right. Thank you, JK, for those updates. And I would just like to highlight that, as you mentioned, there is the key US CPI data, which is being released today at 6 p.m. IST. So if inflation shows sign of moderating, there will be some sort of rally in the risk assets. And if inflation is showing the resilience like last month, dollar might start its next leg up. Now, on a lighter front, Elon Musk has said that Twitter would be lifting the ban on the former US President Donald Trump. Now, that's going to bring some more excitement to the platform. That's it for today, guys. As we keep saying, have prudent risk management practices in place. Till then, have a great day. We'll see you all tomorrow.